I just got so tired of first dates that weren't going anywhere. Nothing was working out, nothing was happening. But I'm feeling sadly heartbroken, and I didn't see that coming. So I don't know what to do about this dating thing. And I became severely depressed and anxious, and it was really a horrible time.
Welcome back, family.
Another one, fellas. Another modern woman who destroyed her own family. Now she's on the internet looking for sympathy. That's what they do, guys. They look for sympathy on the internet, right? After they destroyed their own families. And here's the thing, guys. Let's stop saying it goes both ways when it comes to relationships, when it comes to marriages, when it comes to, destroying the nuclear family structure. Let's not say it goes both ways, because that's not true. That's a lie. You understand? Men are like responsible for wars, violence, abuse. You understand? We are responsible for those things. Gang violence, all these things. Drugs, you know what I mean? Drug dealing and kingpins. It's mostly men. We're responsible for those things. But when it comes to, destroying relationships, initiating breakups, who's initiating breakups? Women. Who are initiating divorces? Women. Who are removing the fathers out of the households? Women. So let's not lie to each other, guys. Let's not sit here and say it goes both ways, but the man this and this and that. It doesn't matter, guys. You understand? We are responsible for other things, and we should take accountability and responsibility for the things that we do, for abusing women and all those things, right? But we don't destroy our families. Like, we don't just walk out because we are unhappy. You know what I mean? And that's a fact, though. But anyway, let's check it out.
Today, we are reviewing this 55-year-old woman who decided to end her 27-year-old marriage thinking that she could do better. Well, it didn't take long for life to humble her and let her know what her real value is. Check it out.
Hi, this is my first TikTok. I'm Brooke. I'm walking today to try to beat the blues. Had the blues the last few days. I went through a divorce in 2020 after being with my now ex-husband for 27 years, and I'm 55 years old now, and I moved from California to Idaho by myself, and I don't know that many people here yet, and I'm just feeling kind of blue. I went on my first date, and we had been talking for a month. He was 3 hours away, and he made my heart pitter patter, but we met, and we're not each other's person, but I'm feeling sadly heartbroken, and I didn't see that coming. So I don't know what to do about this dating thing.
You thought that you could just get out of a 27-year-old marriage at 55 and get a man by just snapping your fingers. Well, you played yourself. This woman tried all her tricks and thirst trap to get Chad to commit to her with no success. Just look at how far she went to be sexy and sensual at 55. She got swimming suit to go to the beach to find her Prince Charming with zero success. Guys, this woman got rejected left and right, and she got pumped and dumped so much to the point of admitting that all she is good for is to be in a situationship. Let's watch.
Still feeling lost after a breakup or divorce? You're not alone. At RJ Godfellas Matrimony and Move On Crew, we don't just talk about heartbreak, we heal through it. Every week we share mindful rituals, self-care tools, and real talk from real people who get it. This isn't just another support group. It's a safe space to grow, laugh, cry, and come back stronger. Healing starts with one step. Take yours today. Join the crew on Patreon. Your next chapter is waiting. The link is in the description.
I just got so tired of first dates that weren't going anywhere. Nothing was working out, nothing was happening, and I didn't want a one-night stand. I wanted like a 3-night stand or a 5-night stand. So I took a different approach through Tinder. I found someone, the profile seemed to match kind of what I was looking for. I messaged him, we talked. I said, what are you looking for? He's like, I'm a busy single dad, but like life's short, I'm open to whatever. And I said, look, here's what I'm looking for. And I told him, like, someone who's not currently seeing anybody else, to have preferably more than one time with. And it just all worked out so great. And for as long as it lasts, I'm just going to enjoy it and be super happy about it. Yay!
This is exactly what women mean by saying, I am not happy. All they actually want is the drama of chasing after men that don't even want them. Most women don't even know what they actually want. And for some reason, they will put the blame of not being happy on the marriage and their ex-husband instead of working on themselves.
Facts.
Happiness is a state of mind. This woman chose TikTok and strangers on the internet to make her happy instead of working on her marriage. And I will prove it to you in this next clip.
Yesterday I did my first TikTok, and I was just walking on this very trail, just talking with you guys and kind of sharing that I was kind of sad about just various relationship things, and being single again after 27 years. And you guys completely blew me away with your love and support and encouragement. Almost 3,000 of you stopped what you were doing and commented, and even more hit that heart button to send me love. And I just wanted you to know that you lifted me up so high with your love and support, and I thank you so very much from the bottom of my heart. I feel so good today.
Now, before we move on, the tears of regret, I want you to listen to this message very carefully. And if you are a woman watching, pay very attention to this advice. You guys can all see the attitude of joy and gratefulness this woman has toward people she doesn't even know on the internet. That is all men ask for in a relationship. A man will go through thick and thin to make sure.
Bro. Yo, that is so accurate. That is so accurate, guys. Yo, guys, like, I wanted to say this, but I didn't know how to put it. Right? All this for strangers, dog. She can just do this for her husband. But unfortunately, most women don't love their husbands because they just chose their husbands based on what's on paper. And they never even try to learn how to love them. You understand? They sit around. That's what I'm saying. Women are terrible, bro. They're terrible at becoming wives and becoming partners. Most women, not all women. Most modern women, especially modern women, right? Not all women, don't get me wrong. But most modern women, they're terrible, bro. When it comes to being wives, when it comes to being girlfriends or partners, they just don't know the teamwork. You understand? They're not willing to play their role, you know what I'm saying, play their part in a relationship so the relationship can grow. They're not willing to do that, especially if it's a man that they're not, cannot bring that, that life out of them. You know what I mean? Cannot arouse them or make them feel something, You know what I mean? Like, women, like, it's how they feel, dog. It's always about how they feel. So it's crazy, dog. It's crazy. Right? And they will just choose a man because he has a good career, like he has his stuff together, and he's able to protect, to provide, and he's a good man. He can make a good husband and a good father. He's responsible. They will choose men for marriage. And then when they get into that marriage, they won't, actually put in the work, of learning that man and trying to satisfy that man and trying to, do, go above and beyond for that man. Because that's how you find, like, joy. You know what I mean? Anything you put work in, you start to find the good side of it. I don't know if I'm making sense, right? Like, if you work out, dog, like, if you just work out every day, right, you get to enjoy working out. When you're not working out, you're gonna feel like, yo, I should work out. When you take the day off, like, or you're just lazy, you regret not working out. Once you're used to working out, anything that you're used to doing, once you stop doing it, you feel like, especially if it's a good thing, you feel like, something is wrong. You feel like, nah, I didn't do something. Something is missing. Something is lacking. And that's just how relationships are, right? If women can just learn how to love their husbands and learn how to, have sex with their husbands without rewarding them, without making it transactional, without using it, without, you know what I mean? Just to learn how to use sex to connect and all that stuff, bro. It will be better. But most women, they get into relationships with men because that man can do something. He's responsible, he's a good man, and everybody told them that they're a good man. And then sooner or later, because they're not doing anything in a relationship, they're just sitting back. Now they're just starting to look around and like, oh, he's not doing this. They start focusing on what he's not doing. He's not doing this. He's not doing that. I'm not happy. He's the one. He's the reason why I'm not happy. Right? He's the reason why I'm miserable. Because that's how you look for misery. Like, you just look for unhappiness. You have to convince yourself that you're unhappy. You have to convince yourself that you're miserable. Like, most of the time. You have to sit around and actually look for that. It doesn't come naturally. Like, it doesn't come to you. You get what I'm saying? And I like what HL is saying, dog. That's what a man wants. A man wants this from her wife, bro. From his wife, I'm sorry. A man is looking for this. Let's keep it pushing, though.
Sure that a woman who always show this level of positive attitude is always well taken care of. I mean, since this woman started to post on TikTok, she will wake up in the morning and just start dancing for her followers. I mean, just look at all that positive energy she is giving to strangers who can just disappear tomorrow. Nothing really changed, except her mindset of believing that these strangers want to see her happy. This proves that happiness is indeed a state of mind.
Facts.
You choose to be happy. Unfortunately...
What did I say? What did I say? I've never watched this video. What did I say? You choose. You choose. If you want to be unhappy, you choose. Like, you have to convince yourself that you're unhappy, bro. You have to. There's no way you can just wake up and you're unhappy. There's no way. You have to look around and find things that will make you mad and make you unhappy. And you'll become unhappy. And you'll become miserable. If you want to be happy, you have to convince yourself. It's the same thing. You have to convince yourself. You have to look around you and say, you know what? I'm grateful for this and that, practice gratitude, right? And say, at least I'm doing well. There's some people who don't even have a roof over their heads. There's some people who don't even have a wife or a husband. Or there's some people who are in a abusive relationship. I'm not in an abusive relationship. I'm not in a toxic relationship. You can find happiness in those things. Look at my kids. My kids are well taken care of. Happiness is a state of mind. Facts.
It didn't take long for reality to kick in and remind her that she is really alone.
So Memorial Day weekend is coming, and I don't have any plans. And that makes me kind of sad. I get a little jealous when I see these people packing up their trucks and heading up to the mountains. The last several years of my marriage, we stopped having fun. We certainly didn't go camping on Memorial Day weekend because of the crowds. I want a crowd. I want to be stuck in traffic with a car full of people. I want to complain about the campers next door that are being loud. I want to be the camper being loud till 1 a.m. Like 10. And yeah, there's a man in this scenario. And he's baiting my hook because he knows I don't like that part. And sex in a tent, hello. And I'll cram my fat ass into a bathing suit because life is too short to care what people think about me. We'll sit around the campfire, laughing and telling stories. And then Morgan Wallen comes on, and I'm not the only one singing. And then we'll all head home, sunburned. So I guess the question is, what do I need to do to get that back in my life?
This is why so many women are on some kind of antidepressant medication. They prefer to make up fantasy stories in their head instead of appreciating what they have in their lives. Guys, this woman is trying
What
to...
did I say? What did I say? I've never watched this video, by the way, guys. This guy is saying the same things that I'm saying. You have to appreciate what you have. You have to be grateful. Practice gratitude, guys. It's very important. You understand? Stop looking at other people, what other people have. Stop looking at what other people have and what other people have. Just show gratitude, bro. Be grateful. Appreciate what you have. Let's keep it pushing.
cope so hard by putting on a facade. Check it out.
Hi, friends. Hey, I want to reach out to those of you who are going through a divorce, who are separated, who are contemplating separation. I've been there. I don't encourage divorce. I also don't encourage staying in an unhappy marriage. My marriage fell apart, and for years and years, I couldn't face the truth. Neither of us could. And we stayed together far too long, and I became severely.
If you have an hour this week, you can learn 100 songs on the piano by learning just 4 chords. These.
Depressed and anxious, and it was really a horrible time. And I just didn't have the strength to leave. And when I finally did, I fell apart again. I think I'm crying because of the memories of that hard time. But now, believe me, friends, there's so much happiness waiting for you on the other side. You just gotta go through the pain to get there.
That's that BS, guys. That's that BS. This is why, society will never respect women, guys. This is why guys pump and dump you guys. This is why guys use you for sex. It's because of this nonsense. How can somebody sit here and cry and at the same time crying say, there's happiness at the end of the tunnel? Stop playing with us. Like, stop saying things that don't make sense, that's gonna ruin other people's lives. Right? She's crying, guys, but she's telling you that you will find happiness in being single. And a lot of women will believe her. A lot of women will believe her. I don't believe her. I don't believe that this person is happy. Nobody is happy and crying at the same time and complaining about their divorce. Let's keep it pushing, though.
Actually, very happy.
This woman is not happy. I will just play
Facts.
2 of her many videos where she keeps complaining about the dating scene, and you guys can judge for yourself if she looks happy to you.
Okay, that's it. No more dating apps. No more texting. No more FaceTiming. No more long distance. No more online anything. I'm done. From now on, if I happen to meet somebody, like at the grocery store or in some normal, healthy freaking way, and we have normal conversation and normal can I get your number and normal go on a date, then I'm open to that. But everything else can suck it. Yeah.
Here's her complaining again after another failed date for some stupid reasons.
Another dud, you guys, and another dud. Oh my god. At least this one wasn't an asshole. It started off pretty good, and I thought, okay, maybe for like 10 minutes. But he never stopped talking about himself. And when he would ask me a question, he wouldn't wait for the answer. He would just start talking again. I never even got to talk. He didn't ask me about myself, didn't listen. Just really bad social skills. He wasn't a jerk. He just was fucking stupid or, whatever. So here I am. Alone forever. Maybe that's best. I don't know. Is that best?
When you let women talk for long enough, they will always tell on themselves. You can
Facts.
clearly see who is really the problem here. She looks for the smallest things to complain about. It's just sad that these type of women have a platform and continue to lead more women astray from their husbands. Guys, stay away from these type of women. And above all, keep your head up, focus on your goals, and everything else will follow. I love you and I appreciate you. Please feel free to like, subscribe, comment, and share to help push this content to more men in need. I am out. Peace.
That's facts, guys. That's facts. She's terrible. She's a terrible wife. She's a terrible mother. She's a terrible friend. And most women are like this, guys. Let's be honest. Most women are like this. It's only a few women in this world who understand, who are against this. A lot of women are not even against this, dog. You understand? Because I can tell you, if we go to the original post on, on TikTok, right? We're going to find out that most women are supporting her. Most women are supporting her. Most women are arguing with guys in the comments when the guys are calling her out, holding her accountable. They're saying, oh, you will never get a woman if you're like that. That's why women are leaving, man, because you guys are like this, patriarchy this, and all this nonsense, guys. You know what I mean? And they end up single and miserable because you have to look for misery. And once you're miserable, you want everybody else to be miserable because misery loves company. And people haven't figured it out yet. It's crazy, guys. It's crazy. I don't know what I'm gonna do, guys, but I know I'm not getting married, guys. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I'm 70. I just hope that I'm able to accumulate a lot of money where I can just pay people to take care of me. You know what I mean? Because I'm not doing this, bro. I'm not even gonna waste my time because this is not fair. I know life is not fair, but women just don't care, bro. They just don't care if they're miserable or not. They just want to come out here and cry. She was crying, saying, you will find happiness. Stop lying. She's lying, bro. She's not happy. She's miserable. She's by herself. She's alone. She's lonely. And a lot of women want to believe that she's happy. Look, guys, there was a woman in my comment who told me I've been divorced for 8 years or something, right? She said something like that. And she's happy. And what I'm saying is garbage. I'm like, no, you're not. You're not happy. You just don't have a husband. You know what I mean? You just don't have a husband. And that doesn't make you happy. Just like I don't have a wife, bro, right? And I don't have a girlfriend because and by the way, it's by choice because I prefer hooking up, right? If you're my girlfriend, we just friends with benefits. Understand? I prefer hooking up, right? I cannot sit here, guys, and say I'm happy. I just don't have a girlfriend. That doesn't make me happy, bro. That doesn't bring happiness in people's lives. Just don't get it twisted. Doesn't bring happiness, right? Am I lonely? Yes, but it's not something that bothers me, that's standing in my way for me to do whatever that I want to do. It stops me from talking to women and interacting with women. I do interact with women. I do hang out with women. I take women out, who that I have an intimate relationship with. I take them out, I chill out, I kick it with them, I have time for them, right? But I don't want to be exclusive with them. You know what I mean? But I don't come to the internet and cry, dog, and say, or lie to people and say, stay single and be happy, right? I don't tell men that. I tell men that, man, find the love of your life, find the good woman, and get married, start a family, have a legacy. That's what I promote, right? And don't forget to join our community, guys, because that's what I promote. I'm all about positive vibes, guys. But anyway, that's it for today. My name is RJ Godfella, and this is the RJ Godfella Chats. Now, if you like this type of content, guys, please hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. Share the video. Okay, peace. I'm out.